Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kavya and you're watching Kavya Edits. Is that a good enough intro? This one more new intro. Maybe I finally, after 20 videos, found an intro. We'll see. Today, as you could tell, I'm here with my August book wrap-up plus haul. I didn't do this in July because I didn't read any books in July, but I did buy books in July, so I am going to include those books in this haul, including the books I bought in August. So that's why there's 10 books in that I bought. It's been a slow month, not gonna lie, in reading wise. I only read 5 books because I am a slow reader, so it's kind of hard for me to read fast and a lot of books. So if you're expecting like 28, 32 books, I can't do that. I'm really slow at reading, so sorry about that. But yeah, it is what it is, you know. If you could tell, I tried green eyeshadow today for the first time, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think you could tell because of my glasses, but like there is green eyeshadow. Like, we don't know how we feel about it because I tried to match with my shirt, which is my pajama t-shirt, but listen, it's a cute shirt. It says no bad days. It's very nice. I love it. So I try to match with it. I don't know how I feel about green. It's kind of an icky color. But there's some really pretty greens out there, but there's also some disgusting greens. And I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is green a nice color for eyeshadows? I don't know. I'm trying something new. Anyways, got sidetracked again. What's new? Without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna start with the haul part because I feel like the haul part is very easy and very quick. So yeah, let's get right into the haul. As I mentioned before, I bought 10 books in the past 2 months. 10 books. I do have a buying problem. Like, I buy more books than I read. But it's okay because I am going to read every single book sometime soon. I know I buy books that I know I'm definitely going to read. If I'm not going to read a book, I don't buy it because I can't be asked. So we're going to get into the haul. The first 5 books are part of the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. Oh my god, they're heavy. In June, when I first did this, I showed you the first 5 books of the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series that I bought. And I bought the rest of the series. So we've got Thrive, which is Lillian Lowe's 4th book. I'm correct. Yeah, this basically covers Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower, which is part of the Calloway Sisters. I'll go into the detail when I read it, actually, which should be this month because I'm nearly finished with Hot House Flower. I also bought Addicted After All, which is Lillian Lowe's last book in their Addicted series, which is, I'm so excited. I've heard so much good things about, like, people have been like on TikTok, especially people like, oh my god, this is Lillian Lowe. Lillian Lowe are my favorite couple from the Addicted series, and I can say that because I've read each of the couples, like, at least one book, and I'm like, Lillian Lowe, that's just so precious, and I can't wait to get to this because I'm just so excited. Like, next up, we have Fuel the Fire, which is Rose and Connor's second and last book. So, can't wait to read that. Rose and Connor, they're like, I love them too. Like, I love all the couples in the Addicted world. But, like, Lillian Lowe, my favorite. And then Rose, Connor, and Rack and Daisy, they're, like, at the same length. Like, I can't rank them because they're so cute. And I adore them. I especially adore Rose. Like, Rose, I wish I was Rose. Like, I want to be Rose. Like, oh, she's so, yeah. Okay, we're done. The next book I bought was Long Way Down. Oh, this is such a lengthy one. Which is Rack and Daisy's last book. And second last book. Well, it's not second to last. It is their last book, but so there's the second book. If that makes any sense. I don't know anything about these books, by the way, that I bought. I make sure I don't spoil myself. I have no idea. So when I haul these books, I do talk fast because I don't know anything about these books, like what's gonna happen. So which is why I talk very fast, because I don't know what else to say. Like, what else are you supposed to say? By the way, I realized I don't say author name, so these books are by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So I need to start saying that too. Anyways, Calloway Sisters, book 4, Addicted / Calloway Sisters. If all are together, it's book 9. Okay. The next book is probably the lengthiest book I've ever had and ever gonna read. Or, not ever had. Yeah, I've so far had, and so far am ever gonna read. Because maybe I'll buy a lengthier book, I don't know. But it's Some Kind of Perfect, which is the last book in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. Apparently, it has all 6 point of views, and it ends their beautiful, the core 6's beautiful story in this lengthy ass book. Oh god, I can't wait to get to it. Yeah, so I'm so excited. It's gonna be epic. Like, when I get to this, probably not this month, because like I said, I'm a slow reader, and but if I read, you know what, I might get to it, but I might not finish it. You know, we'll see. We will see. Anyways, those was the 5 books I bought in August. I bought 5 more books these were the 5 books I bought in July. I bought 5 more books in August, which are Crossfire series by Sylvia Days. Yay! I've never read Mafia Romance ever, and I heard people saying, okay, the Crossfire series is by Sylvia Days, is a good Mafia Romance series, and they're quite like short, so I was like, okay, I want to try it, so I bought all of them. Not at once. Like, I had this thing, I think I bought 3 of them at once, and then the rest I bought these 2 together. Yeah. But, so we've got, I don't know anything about these. Like, I don't know who the couple is, what happens. I think it's a Mafia Romance. You know what, let me check. Let's read the blurb. I'll read the blurb to you. Our journey began in fire. Gideon Cross came into my life like lightning in the darkness, beautiful and bright, jagged and white hot. I was drawn to him as I had never been to anything or anyone in my life. I craved his touch like a drug, even knowing it would weaken me. I was flawed and damaged, and he opened those cracks in me so easily. Okay. Gideon knew he had demons of his own, and Gideon, is it Gideon? You know what, I'm gonna call him Gideon. And we would become the mirrors that reflected each other's most private wounds and desires. The bounds of his love transformed me, even as I prayed that the torment of our past didn't tear us apart. Okay, so that doesn't tell me it's a Mafia Romance. I'm guessing it's please tell me, is this a Mafia Romance? I'm guessing. Like, what is this? I know it's a romance, so, and I know it's a good romance because it's Crossfire series by Sylvia Days. So we've got Bared to You. I'm pretty sure these are about one couple. Like, yeah, so Reflected in You also is about Gideon. Who's the girl? What's the girl's name? I honestly don't know what the girl's name is. I'll let you know when I finish this book and when I read it. So, got Reflected in You. Then we've got Entwined with You. Oh, I like this. This might be my favorite cover. Then we've got Captivated. Captivated by You. And last but not least, we've got One with You, which is the last book in the Crossfire series, I think. Not sure. According to Goodreads, it is. So, yeah, these were the 10 books I bought in the course of 2 months. Do I have a book buying problem? Maybe. Am I ashamed of it? No, not really. I don't care. So, yay. Okay. Now on to the more depth part of this, I don't know, they're both main parts, but the main part of this monthly wrap up, the actual wrap up. So we've got 5 books here, and I'm going to talk about them, so let's just get right into it. The first book we have is Cricket Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Is that Leigh Bardugo? I can't say names. I can't even say my own name. So, like, Cricket Kingdom, you know, this was part of the Six of Crows duology. And it's about Kaz and his gang going back to Catradam to get their kingdom back. My rating, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. This book was so much better than Six of Crows. Don't get me wrong, I loved Six of Crows, but I loved this book so much. The twist, the turns, everything. There was so much, and I was like, I'm here for it. I absolutely loved this book with everything I had. Kaz, Inej, especially Kaz and Inej. I love them. Like, oh my god, I love them so much. I can't wait for season 2 for the Netflix series Shadow and Bone. I'm obsessed. Basically, if you don't know what Crooked Kingdom is about, I'm gonna try to explain this. I'm not good at explaining, so I'm like, yikes. It's set in the Grishaverse, if like the Shadow and Bones, and then Six of Crows. This is not part of the Shadow and Bones series. It's part of the Six of Crows duology. And this follows Kaz, Inej, Mateus, Nina, Jasper, and Wylin, and Kwai. I think he hasn't. We don't care about him because I don't like him. He did something to one of the couples, and I was not here for it. So I was like, you can screw right off. Anyways, those 6 criminals, misfits, they in Six of Crows, they get together and they form a gang and they go to the ice court. And then this basically is after the ice court, after the whole thing that happened in the ice court, and this explores Kaz getting Catridum back, because if you don't know, in Six of Crows he kind of got betrayed, and in Crooked Kingdom is basically the gang, the Crows, getting their revenge from everyone who wronged them, from getting their bloody, it's more like Kaz getting his town Catridum back, and the schemes, oh my god, Kaz, he's a schemer. Like, I'll be like reading this book, I'm like, that's it, they're dead. Like, they are dead. There's nothing, how are they gonna get out of this one? And then, boom, Kaz somehow got them out. I'm like, excuse me? Like, how do you do this? Like, it's unreal. And I love him, because he's Kaz, and I love him. And Inej, and just, okay, we already know how much I love Kaz and Inej. Like, we don't need to go into this, but this book made me, like, especially the ending, like, Kaz's story. I read this on Twitter, someone, because after I finished this book, I was like going through Twitter, I was like, I want to know what other people think, and then someone said that Inej in Six of Crows started Kaz's story, because we started Six of Crows with Inej's point of view, and she was describing Kaz, and then Crooked Kingdom ended with Inej's point of view, and she was with Kaz, and I was like, my heart, she's ended and started his story. And something really sad also happened in this book. Like, this book, it truly tells you no one's really safe in the Grishaverse. If you think you're a main character and you have plot armor, this book's like, screw plot armor, because, oh my god, I cried. I don't cry in books, but this book made me cry, and I absolutely, oh my god, cried. And this book is amazing. Like, 5 out of 5, go read, must recommend. I didn't read the Shadow of Bone series, I'm not too in the Grishaverse, but Six of Crows duology altogether, I give 5 out of 5 stars. Must read, go read it. Yes. By the way, I don't read fantasy, but I'm trying to get into it, so if you have any fantasy books recommendations, comment them down in the comment section below, and I might just read it. The next book I read in August was Addicted to by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is book 1 in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. So basically, this book is Lillian Lowe's first book, and basically, it's kind of a introduction. Like, it's really short compared to like all the other books. It's the second shortest book in the whole series, the 10-book series. This book introduces Lillian Lowe, and it talks about their addictions. If you don't know, Lily is a sex addict and Lowe is an alcoholic. And this basically, and it's a friends to lovers, it's a friends to lovers trope, and this book introduces how bad their addiction is, and kind of shows you how they make their way to each other, how they cross the friends to lovers thing. It's very cute. Lily and Lowe, they are so in love, and the end of this book is so heartbreaking for me, because I just, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but it's so heartbreaking, because Lily and Lowe, like I said, they're my favorite. Like, I'm sorry, I love them, they're so cute. Like, Lowe, he's so protective, Lily is so goofy, I just absolutely adore her. And this introduces you to the whole Addicted / Calloway world, and it's amazing. Highly recommended. It's kind of a first book. It's kind of very like boring. Like, it gets boring. Like, you don't really get into the book until you're like halfway through, because a lot of it's introduction, but it's very necessary to understand the extent of their addiction. So that's why, for that reason, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I've got my Goodreads up. I'm like, how many stars did I give this? 5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, duh. I think I've given every book that I've read last month 5 out of 5 stars, because I just hand stars out. Like, books I love, you're getting 5 out of 5 stars. I don't care. Like, you're getting 5 out of 5 stars. And I recommend it. Read it. Lillian Lowe has my heart forever. The next book I read was also part of the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, and it was called Ricochet. It's also by Kristen Becker Ritchie, and it's book 2 in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. This book is also in Lily's point of view only. If you don't know, Addicted to You is only in Lily's point of view. This is also in Lily's point of view, and this kind of focuses on Lily's life without Lo. Where did Lo go? I'm not going to tell you, but Lo is gone for a little bit. I'm not going to spoil it, and this is like how both Lily and Lo deal without each other, but it's in Lily's point of view, and it's like, it's so, my heart beats for her. Like, oh my god, this girl is so in love. They're both so in love. And then also there's like flashback scenes of Lily and Lo together. Like, you see how their relationship started, how their addiction started, like why they're addicted. Like, and this also goes in depth in Lily's addiction. Like, why is she addicted to sex? Like, is there something mentally? What's going on here? And I loved going in depth, like, in Lily's mind, and like figuring out. And I feel so sad for her, like, when we find out like why she might have her addiction. Like, it's really sad, and I'm like, I love it. This is not, a lot of people don't like it because there's not Lo in it, because Lo's like somewhere, but I love this book. We see Lo's flashbacks, and I love like how it focuses on Lily's, like how she has to survive without Lo, and how, because Lily and Lo are really dependent on each other, and sometimes it does get toxic. They are in a kind of toxic relationship, and they're really dependent, and this like shows that Lily, yeah, she loves Lo, but she has it in her to survive without Lo. And I was like, yes. So this book was another 5 out of 5 stars for me, because Lily and Lo, like, come on, I can't give them anything less. The next book is also part of the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series. Is book 3, called Addicted for Now. This is book 3 in Lily and Lo story. This is Lily and Lo reuniting and dealing with a blackmailer. So someone's blackmailing. So my neighbor just started cutting grass. So if you could hear that, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to speak loud so like it doesn't, but my neighbor started cutting grass. So I'm so sorry. My window's like right next to them. Freaking hell. Anyways, this deal with someone blackmailing Lo, that they're gonna expose Lily's secret to the world, and it shows how Lily and Lo deal with it, how the core 6. This book really goes into the core 6's friendship, because by now everyone finds out about both of them, like both their addictions, and it's like how the sisters come together, how the, oh my god, can I just say Rose and Lo's freaking rivalry, or whatever it is, like banter or whatever, it's to die for. And Lo and Connor's bromance, and it's just everything, and I love it. And then like we also get like Reich and Lily, and I'm like, Reich, they're so cute, and I absolutely love it. And you will get shocked when you find out who the blackmailer is. Like, I was like, what in the world? It's kind of shocking. I was like, that is so sad. Like, I feel so bad for most of the characters, for the 3 characters, for Lily, Lo, and someone. I'm not gonna say who, because then I might spell who the blackmailer is, but I felt so bad. I was like, poor you. Like, it's so sad. And yeah, Addicted, this is my favorite Lily and Lo book, because I only read 3 books in the Lily and Lo out of the 5. This is my favorite, hands down. I love it because this focuses so much on friendship and love, and just absolutely love it. This was another 5 out of 5 stars for me. The last but not the least book I read last month, yeah, it was last month because we're in September now. Yikes. Was the 5th or the 4th? The 4th book in the Addicted / Calloway Sister series, which is called Kiss the Sky. This is Rose and Connor's story, and let's ignore the cover. This is actually a special edition because at the end of this book it's got a special bonus scene of Connor and Rose, but the actual cover has Rose, or like a girl on it, and I don't know how to, like, we'll put it down for now. I get really uncomfortable with shirtless men because I can't read this like book in front of my family just pure because of this. It's like, what are you reading? Like, it makes me so ashamed, but I shouldn't be ashamed, but I am ashamed. This book explores Rose and Connor, and they're already in a relationship by the time we get to this book, and it shows what kind of relationship they're in. This is obviously Rose and Connor's first book, and it's about how the core 6 have to, after Lily's addiction gets exposed, obviously by now, like, come on, it's book 4, you should know. I'm so sorry if that's a spoiler, but like, come on guys. Anyways, so to kind of like do damage control, Rose decides that for the 4th, 6th to do a reality show, which is Princess of Philly, I think that was called, which is mostly centered around Lily, Rose, and Daisy, the 3 sisters. They are actually 4 sisters, but Poppy's like, she's the oldest, she's married, has her own life, so like, we don't care about her. Frankly, I don't care about her because I feel like she, I don't know, I just don't care. Especially like, I'm like nearly done, I'm gonna finish Hot House Flower tonight, and I'm like, there's nothing about Poppy that, like, I could care less about Poppy. I'm sorry, that's so bad, but yeah. Anyways, in this book we get Scott. He needs to die. Scott needs to die. He's the producer of the Reality House. Why am I saying reality? Because I've been watching Kian and JC. If you don't know Kian and JC, go check them out because they have a series called Reality House where a bunch of YouTubers get like put in a house, and I'm like, Reality House is stuck in my head because I was just watching it. Anyways, reality TV show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but it's Princess of Philly, and he's the producer. Scott is the producer, and he tries to actually like mess with each of the sisters, like, in a very twisted way, and he does some things, like, you know, he does a lot of things that are so bad. I'm like, someone kill him. Like, I'm like, he needs to die. Like, I'm so sorry, that's so bad. Like, that, no, I hated him like with everything I had. Connor, this book made me love Connor even more than I loved Connor. I didn't think, like, you know, the other books, because you're not in Connor's head. Unless you're in Connor's head, you're not gonna understand who Connor Colbert is. This is a dual point of view. So this is the second book. Addicted for now was also Lily and Lo both's point of view. That was the first book, and this is also Connor and Rose's point of view. And unless you get into Connor's head, you're not gonna know the type of person Connor is. And once I got into his head, I did not want to get out, because Connor is just, he's everything. He's so nice. Like, he's nice, but he's also very Christian Grey. But the better version. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else. But it's like, oh, he understands Rose, and just everything about Rose and Connor is also so sexy. I'm not gonna say cute, because these two, there's something else. But they're amazing. Like, they deserve the world. Like, give the world to Rose and Connor. And like, at the end of this book, what happens, like, I don't want to spoil what happens at the end of this, but what Connor does for Rose, 2 of the things that he does, I'm just like, I love it. I love him. That's it. That was my August haul plus wrap up. It's kind of a lengthy video because I like to rant. Well, it might not be a lengthy video, but because I'm seeing say 28 minutes, but I know it's going to be less than that because I want to cut a lot of things out, because I did take a lot of pauses in between. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe if it's a lengthy video, I'm sorry. Like, what can we do? You know, by now we all know that I like to ramble. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this book. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any video ideas or any book recommendations for me, comment them down below in the comment section below. I also have an Amazon wishlist if you want to send me a book, your favorite book. It's not necessarily adult, don't feel it, I'm just letting you guys know. Also, if you want to get contact with me, let's talk about books, my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok is all down below. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to be consistent with my video. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm trying. I'm like trying to get in the habit with uni and trying to make a schedule, but I'm one of those people who leaves everything to the last minute, so having a schedule is probably not the best idea. It probably is a good idea, but I know I won't follow it. So anyways, this has been Kavya, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.